Hello and welcome to Stars in the Dark. This is season 3, episode 9, episode 31 total. Stephen is not here today, but we have Kai back with us. So that's good. Bad missing Stephen, good having Kai back. So we'll see. Maybe next session will be all, everyone will be here. We'll see. I don't know yet. So I'll start with the wishes. I have a list collected over a few sessions. This isn't, I think this is all the important stuff that we haven't checked off. Push for more turf, and that's going to come up today. I have a thing about that. See the park on 1314 where the nobles live. An interlude with Valsi and Roslin, that's also coming up. Someone from Val's past shows up, that's also coming up today. A scene with Boko and Bria in prison, that's also coming up. I hope we get to all this, but that's my plan anyway.
It's all that's actually one scene. It's just
yeah,
all
yeah,
that's just
it's
the same
just
scene.
Everything all at once. Have some interaction with the nobles, get a new job, find out what tier 3 is like, because you hit tier 3 last session, which is also crazy. But yeah, we'll see about that. I have a couple of rules clarifications. This is from an FAQ that someone put together on Reddit. It's nothing huge, but there are some notes on pushing, which are relevant, mainly that you can push both for an extra die and for effect, if you're willing to pay the 4 stress that it costs you. So that's a thing. And you can push for effect and also trade position for effect. That can be useful to know when you're in a situation where you have very, very bad effect.
Oh, you can push for effect. I don't think I've ever seen anybody. It's always been trade for effect. Okay.
Yeah, I think what we've done is like push for an extra die, trade that, or like that. Yeah, I don't know how we've done it, but that is allowed anyway.
Neat.
Another thing that was mentioned that I hadn't realized, and I'm not 100% sure if this is a house rule or not, but I like it, so I'm going to bring it up. And that's switching XP triggers with a different playbook. Like if you're not happy with, if Etema weren't happy with having violence and coercion, you could switch that for something from a different playbook. I think Etema is usually kind of happy with getting to be violent, but who knows?
Narrator voice, she was.
That can actually be a devil's bargain, right? Like, I'm going to rewrite your XP trigger for you or something like that.
Oh my God, yeah, that's great. Yeah, you get this extra die, but the
one whole die.
but the experience changes you on a fundamental level.
Exactly. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, I think it's more relevant for someone like Bade. We have fiddled around with her XP trigger a bit anyway, but you know, if someone feels like, yeah, this doesn't suit me, this doesn't fit with the character anymore, or anything like that, we can talk about it. I mean, you don't have to strictly switch with another playbook either. We can just come up with something that's suitable. So next thing, some fallout from the job. Maybe does someone want to summarize for Kai what how the job went, or have you, assuming you haven't watched the videos?
Yeah, no, what are you asking me to summarize?
I haven't. That wasn't to put you on the spot. It's not like we expect you to. It's just.
Oh no, I haven't had a chance. No. This has been the what was it I told somebody today? This week is the worst month today. But I'm past it now. I'm past it. So yes, please enlighten me. I was like, was I even there last session? Oh my God.
No, you were not here last session. I think you were here the session before that. Yeah. So Rich or Mark, you want to? Mark, you're muted. Would have been kind of funny to
There we
let
go.
you go through the whole thing before telling you, but
Yeah. So we were setting up a droid to be owned by the house we're going for. Esnada and the droid got pinned down by stormtroopers, I think, and Boko got a little bit of that and flew up through the rift or the end and tore ass across the level as fast as possible to get there in time, attracting a lot of attention due to a lot of bad rolls. But did that, picked up Etema and was it Edma and Bade? Yeah. Who were coming off of meeting up with Edma's mother, is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Edma had a great scene with her mom, and Boko turned himself into to let them all get away. And they all got away.
Yeah, I was like, Bogo's in jail? Damn. I forgot about that. No, I didn't forget about that at all.
nope.
No. It was like, y'all go. I'm gonna tell the cops that it was me.
Yeah. So Boko's in jail, but just for a month or two, is it? Because they just on one job they got from 0 heat to wanted level 1 on 13-14. From
Cleared all that out.
Yeah. But yeah, going to prison will solve that. So that's good. I guess. Yeah, and I'm going to just to keep things simple. We're going to assume that Boko got sent down to 13-13 to the cube because it's more interesting to have you in the same place.
Yep.
But we that may change in the future depending on how things turn out. Yeah. So status changes from the job. You get +1 status with House Nirumal, who were the one you were doing the job for, and you now also have them as a patron. So you're back to having a patron. You get -1 with Milsec, which is the 13-14 equivalent of the garrison, which puts you at -2 with them. I just want to note what happened the last time you went to war with the Imperial Army. So keep an eye on that. You also lose 1 status with the Customs Authority. And this is not for the smuggling because they don't know about that. It's for flying a ship from the Rend through or landing, going back. That's obviously something fishy. That puts you at a -2 with them as well. Another thing to be aware of. You also get a -1 with the Dozen, and they are a big street gang operating in Southside, which is where the Ratataki Enclave is. They're not happy about having a bunch of stormtrooper patrols going through their territory, tearing things up, looking for criminals. It's a bad scene for them. On the other hand, you do now have your new patron, so that's good. And I was going to connect this into the turf thing because we've been talking about turf for like 20 sessions, and all you have is the prison claim. And I think I'm taking a little bit of the blame here because I don't think I've made the jobs that were related to turf all that interesting. I mean, you did pick up some turf very temporarily on 13-13, but you lost it almost immediately, so that didn't really. I'm not counting that. Oh, I just realized that we forgot to roll for entanglements, I think. Or did we? No, we didn't roll.
I don't think we did.
Yeah, we should do that. Let's do that first, just to I don't forget again. 'Cause that would be terrible. But you're at heat 0 and your wanted level is 0, so I'm rolling 2 dice and taking the lowest. Because this is on 13-14. I'm rolling for entanglements there since that's where the main action was. So 2 dice. The lowest is, now it's doing the thing again. It's a 1 and a 6. So it's a 1. Gang trouble or the usual suspect. Yeah, they're going to pick up someone in your crew, I think. I don't see one of your cohorts causing trouble. Friend, vice purveyor, or other person in the periphery of your crew. Yeah, I think they go after Gurk, the whiffed mechanic. I think you were spotted there. He helped you out with getting the droid set up, put you in touch with someone. That's come back to him. So you can either pay off Corsac with 1 cred or make a fortune roll. He's probably got at least 3 dice, so it's decent chance that he's going to make it out okay, but you know.
I say we pay, because we're still trying to romance Girk into helping us with the pod racing, and even though I would trust him to, not talk, I think this is a demonstration of, we're loyal, we take care of our people, that kind of thing.
Right, except none of us, no, not even the smugglers, has cred on hand.
Oh, jeez.
we are
We have to dip into our
100% broke.
stash. We just paid through the nose to get upgraded.
I was like, dang it, we have money. I know we have
Boko
money
has
somewhere.
money, but Boko in prison.
Yeah, Boko's in jail.
No.
Yeah, you can cash in 2 stash to get 1 cred.
All right, Val does that.
Wow.
Unless somebody steps up.
Adam is not.
Yeah, exactly.
Step up.
Etema's got massive stash just to compare to everyone else. No one else is saving any money. It's just Etema's got her side hustle with the shock boxing that's giving her some creds on the side.
Oh my gosh, I just noticed the bait has literally 1 in stash. 1.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. That's amazing. Oh,
So go ahead.
I was just saying I can't wait to hear the epilogue from bait. Sorry, back to you.
Oh yeah. So what's it like when Val asks if you want to chip in for the Corsac release?
Adam will just straight up say, it's like she's smoking a like a clove death stick. Man, I'm on my last pack of death sticks. I just dropped all my creds into paying for all this new stuff, the setup of the droid. I'm scrap. I got nothing. I'm sorry, Val. I
Okay.
could, I mean, I could do something like you want the room I've been staying in the. I don't know.
No,
man.
no. I think Bria had some things that I can. Yeah, I'll make it happen. Yeah, we're all tight here. I've got it. So basically, he says he's going to pawn off some stuff to Bria's.
Oh, ouch.
Yeah.
Just wanted to
Yeah.
make it hurt Etema a little bit there.
Just
That's
say
good.
he's selling off. What? No, you're gonna sell Bree stuff? She's coming back for it.
Well, not if we don't.
Don't what? It's just a mechanic.
What was Bria when she showed up?
Carking leader of the crew.
Not at the beginning. She wasn't. Was she? You all fell in line.
I fell in line.
All right. Then I will find another way.
Okay. Okay. Thanks.
Yeah. So Val, what do you sell off to raise the cash?
So this would be personal, non-liquid. I guess like a bug out bag or something that I had, you know, secured somewhere.
Mhm.
I empty it out.
So it's not personal items. It's some extra utility stuff that was good to have, but not like critical. Which is fine. To be clear.
The to do a throwback to Mandalorian, it includes the ball of the gear in like my first ship or whatever. I know it'll go good because it's made out of an yeah, it's made out of the special metal or whatever. The one that the Empire uses for currency. So it could literally be melted down, you know, that kind of thing.
Nice.
It's inside, so people don't know what's in there. So it's like a bowling ball. Yeah. But it's the size like, you know, that Grogu plays with on the Mandalorian. Just a little thing you screw on top of the gear or whatever. So that was in there. Yeah. It was sentimental, but it's worth a lot of money.
Yeah. Cool.
That's cool. I like that.
Yeah. We set up a clock for Gert, right?
Oh yeah.
I can't find it. I'm not sure where we.
Oh, we must have completed it then. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Weird. I think I made it an 8 o'clock because it was supposed to be like a substantial thing.
That feels right.
But you had started working on it. I think you had done like 4 segments on it. is my recollection. So I think we'll say, I want to say that this will put another 2 segments on it. So it's almost finished because you step up and take care of him when, I mean, you got him in trouble, but you made sure the trouble went away. So yeah, it's like to do one more thing, basically, to complete the clock. Cool. So that's that part. The thing I want to do with turf, if you're interested, and this is something we should discuss, it would be better if Steven was here as well, but I don't want to delay it too much, is that House Miromal, they will put you in charge of part of their territory, which effectively means that you get some turf. That also means that you have some responsibility for that turf towards them. I mean, you're taking care of it for them. It's not your own turf, at least. I mean, yeah. Mechanically, it will be your turf, but it's turf that they have granted you, I suppose. If you're interested in getting into that, I have some different options for areas where they would be interested in having you, but I think we could discuss the concept in general first. Any ideas? Any thoughts?
Of what kind of territory?
That depends.
Is that what you're asking for?
First, I wanted some input on the idea in general. If this is something, yeah, we want to do that, or or if you want to feel like, no, we earned this ourselves. We took it from someone, and it was a hard fight, but now it's really ours. I mean, that sort of thing. I don't want this to feel like, oh, we just got a bunch of stuff. Now we don't really care about it. I mean, that's what I'm trying to avoid.
Could it be some piece that they have, but like there's a small gang that has been too tiny to worry about that we're going to have to
we need to kick out
when we get there?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
nice. That's a great idea.
Yeah, I like it kind of being an obligation to them too. Like we get turf for relatively little effort, but it's going to be kind of a pain in the ass to maintain.
Yeah. It's going to come with obligations. It's not just this is yours now. It's this is yours, but we want you to handle this this thing for us.
Pull weeds.
Relevant to the area. Cool. If you're into that, then I have 3 ideas, and if you have something else you think of, then please let me know. But this is on 1314, obviously, and the 3 areas I was looking at was the Bend. This is this is part of 1314 that is more like 1313. It was damaged when the Rend collapsed, but it wasn't completely destroyed, and it hasn't been repaired a lot. So there are power outs and things don't work very well there. There's a bit of there's a short description on the citizenry thing. So it's on line 15 of the on the 1314 tab. So there's a lot of crime there, and it's largely controlled by Black Sun, but not completely. So that would put you in an area with Black Sun, which could mean conflict, could mean that you have an opportunity to work something out. And there are some other minor gangs there as well. So that's one place. And what they would want you to do there, actually, I shouldn't. No, let's not talk about that. I'll spring that on you later instead. The second area is the docks. This would probably make it easier for you to do smuggling because they could set you up with some official papers for the ship. You wouldn't have to fly through the Rend all the time, and could mean some more movement between levels, maybe other levels than 1313 and 1314. I don't think we detail any other levels, but it could be more jobs of that nature. That would put you in conflict both with the authorities, like the Imperials, the Customs Authority, that sort of thing, and basically all the other criminal organizations, mainly Black Sun and the Hutt Cartel, because they bring stuff in through the docks. So that would be that's the thing. And the third one is the Glitz. That's where the Hutts are centered. So you'd be mainly relating to them in various ways. They have some, the House Niramal, they have some drug dens and that sort of thing. And they have an interest in pod racing. So you could get into that. So those are the three things, three ideas I had. But if you have something else, some other area you'd really like to get into, then I'm open to ideas.
I like the glitz. That sounds like a lot of fun. It kind of meshes in with the pod racing stuff that y'all are working on.
That sounds fun.
Although getting in trouble with Black Sun is often tempting.
Yeah, and the description of the place that's in the bend or the where everything fell in is also like right up Etema's alley of living in garbage. But pod racing is maybe my favorite, just because I know there was some interest.
It sounds like the Glitz is the one you're most interested in.
Yeah, and maybe cleaning out the bend is like a job on the job board. Like the family's like, yeah, take one of the other, and then clean up the one you don't as a job or something with them.
I mean, picking one of these doesn't mean that we completely ignore the existence of the other, but this is where your territory would be. Like, you're in charge of this area now, so keep it safe, keep the money flowing, and but then they'll have other jobs for you as well. So the Glitz, I think everyone give a
Let's
thumbs
do
up
it.
to that. Cool. I'll do some details on that when we take a break. But I think I want to do a scene first. So where have you parked the ship, which has a name now, and I forgot about it?
Oh, the moon.
Yeah, Moon Shadow. Was that it? No, Moon of Alderaan. Shadowless. Shadowless was the.
I need to put that on the. Let's put that on the crew sheet somewhere so we don't forget again.
Where have you parked Shadowless after your little adventure on 1314?
But we ducked back into the Rend, I believe, right? Yeah. So wherever Vale parked it.
Let me take a look.
I think we've said before that on 1313 you have some place in the Fringe where you have kind of a place set up, but
What
it could be there.
Let Let me read something real quick. Description here. How about some near some cantina along the thoroughfare or something like that?
Sure.
On the opposite side from Milsec.
Yeah, this would probably be in the reclamation zone, so that you have a quick retreat to the REM in case something happens. But there are plenty of cantinas there. There is a lot of building activity, a lot of workers, a lot of people who want to go to cantinas. And the factory is, so I figure this is somewhere on the border between the reclamation zone and the factory. It's not like strictly defined one or the other. I think it's in the reclamation zone that you'll have like an open spaces, like empty lots, that sort of thing, where you can actually park a ship.
Cool. I like it.
Cool. So I think what happens is, so you're hanging out in this cantina, and Val, you spot someone you know.
Bria?
No, this is a new NPC, top left on the NPCs tab. This is Gamel, who is another Alderaanian, Alderani. I don't know. I never figure out what that is, which is right. And she looks around and she spots you. So you've known her for a long time before you came here.
Okay.
How do you know her? How did you originally get to know her?
Do you have any details already decided about her that I would?
She's an agent who works with, but not exclusively with, but among other things, with the expatriate network, which is the Alderani organization who's trying to spread the truth about what happened with Alderan.
Okay. That's in our, never mind. I tend to go way too far. That was on our list of things we can't have. Let's see.
You think did you both live on Alderaan at the same time, so you met there, or did you encounter her sometime later?
Yeah. What do you think about this? That's Guardians of the Galaxy. Well, anyway, at some point she gets like earlier in her life, she gets picked up by the Black Sun group, and you know, she's in the gang or whatever, but I helped get her out, and now she's in her mind, she's straightened out her life. She's, you know, respectable now and all that kind of stuff, but she has like she has the skills of a criminal as well.
Cool.
But the last thing she would ever want is for anyone to know that past.
Cool. So she used to be Black Sun.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. She spots you, and you can tell that she spotted you, but she's very good at not showing that she spotted you. So she like saunters up to the bar, orders a drink, and then just happens to sit down at your table. It's not like she was going there to meet you. She just it looks like she's going to walk past, and then she just sits down.
Okay. Let's see here. My memory is tiny. Gaint. Gamel. What's the is she showing any emotions? Is she nervous or happy or angry or anything like that, or is she just a clean slate kind of?
She's she's playing it cool.
Okay.
But I think you can tell that she's a bit nervous.
Okay. It's been a while,
So,
GG.
and she kind of, I think she sits down next to you. Now I'm just going to assume that Trizi and Etema are there, and we'll get to introduce Trizi as well.
Okay.
So, who are your friends?
Well, why don't you join us for the cards? Bade just went somewhere. Sit down and take her hand. Why don't you? This is Etema and Trizi and everybody. This is Gigi.
Pleased to meet you.
Hey,
Your friend of the house.
Are you're asking her?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, associates, I suppose.
Associates. Yeah, absolutely. She's the kind of person that has your back, if you know what I mean.
Always good to have.
so she wouldn't sell your stuff when you're away for a bit? That kind of friend?
I don't know, Gigi. You that kind of friend?
It depends. How long would you be away for?
Right. Like life, you know.
I mean,
Etema can punch Val again if you want.
She's not gonna punch you.
Anyway, inside joke. What can we do for you today, Gigi? Or would you rather talk elsewhere?
That's up to you. I have a message I was asked to pass along. I suspect it's personal, so I don't know if you want to share.
What would Val do? Edma, what's your like top of the line drink? Like, what's your favorite, you know, not just like swill, but like when you have the money kind of thing?
Oh, when she has the money, what does she get? Hold on a moment. I'm gonna look.
Same question to you, Mark, for Trizi. Because basically Val's going to stand up and say, hey, let's go get some drinks. And he points at each of you and says, like, your drink and your drink. Right. So, you know, I don't know. It's just a gesture that he's doing. I'm not sure exactly why. That's what he's doing.
It's nice. I'm into it. I'm going to the Black Spire cookbook because I remember they have mixed drinks in there, and I want to select one of those and make it official.
Yeah, this is the advantage of playing in Star Wars. You know, whatever you want, it's already there.
Right.
If you want it.
That's so true. Side star snacks, color sauces, jam spread, main courses, drinks. There we go. Wow, the Dagobah Slug Slinger sounds hilarious, but there's well, I will. I'm going for it.
Okay. The slud slinger.
I think Trizi just has a fancy wine of some
Ooh,
kind,
okay. Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
or a port or something.
Got it. Perfect. So I encourage Gamel to follow me up slowly as we walk to the place to go get drinks.
Yeah, there's a bar. There's
Yeah. We were just not in any rush to get there at this point.
yeah. And she she says to the bartender, "Oh, this one was so good. I want another one. And my friend here wants something as well."
So I turned to the bartender. I lost a bet. So let's see here. I'm looking at nothing. Slug Slinger and 84 port. Oh man, I'm just a bad gambler.
Yeah. I think it's a Deferonian who's behind the bar with a big horns and the point teeth, and yes, I will fix you this right up.
And on that Slug Slinger, I know you like to add in a little heat to some of your drinks. Just go ahead and, make it subtle.
Of course. And as soon as the bartender turns away, Gaint, she has her hands on the bar and she pushes her hand against yours. And when she moves it away, there's a data crystal.
Mm. What's got you nervous? Can't just be delivering a message.
I didn't know what kind of company you'd be entertaining.
I see. Turns back and looks at them. They're competent. They're good. They have a goal that I agree with, so I'm going to help them out with that.
Yeah, from what I hear, we're all on the same side.
And he realizes for a second that he was talking about a different goal, and he's like, but he realizes what she's saying. He's like, yeah. Probably smoother than that.
Yeah.
We are, because the line is very firmly drawn, I feel, and you're on one side or the other.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I think before you, no, actually, let's do, when you get, or do you want to talk to her more there, or do you go back to the table?
If you don't mind, I spot a well-known Black Sun person, and I've got to keep her face hidden, so I do that whole like kissing thing to prevent someone to look at someone else's face, right? So just a rapid like turn and kiss kind of thing, to prevent her from being seen by some Black Sun person, maybe a famous assassin of some sort. I don't know.
Let's see. I don't. The only Black Sun assassin I have written up is Karnok, and let's not put her into this.
Okay.
I think that's a bit.
Well, just a lieutenant then. Just a lieutenant.
Yeah. It's someone you know is associated with Black Sun on 1340.
Yeah. Totally.
I'll have later. Yeah. Yeah, I think let's have a consort roll for this just to see how smooth you are.
Okay.
Or if you feel this is something else, that's fine.
I'm also very curious as to what Etema and Trizi's reactions might be. But let's see here.
So we see you grab Gigi and make out with her, but it's part of a cover, but maybe we don't know why you
Exactly.
need cover. So it's just, oh, okay. In fact, that's
That kind of
exactly what
job,
Edma
okay?
says is, oh, okay.
All right. So none of that misunderstanding kind of thing. Got it. All right.
You may not
Ooh.
fool the Black Sun, but you fooled Edema. Good job.
All right.
Who's the worst spy?
Yes.
Let's see here. I got one die on this.
I'm not sure Etema is the worst spy anymore. She's learning, I think.
Oh, not a
Think so.
fudge die. What? Why did I click on the fudge die? Is this worth
Got a 3 and a plus.
right? Why is there all blank D6s? Let's see if any of my powers or anything kicks in here. Okay.
No, I don't think there's anything.
Okay. I'll add some stress to the fire. I'll push myself for an extra die. And my goal here, what is the position and effect here?
Risky, because there is that Black Sun person here.
Right.
And standard. I don't think effect will really play into it a lot, but
Okay.
I think if you want to trade effect for position on weak effect or reduced or whatever it's called, if you want to move to controlled instead, then it would be like the Black Sun person notices you but doesn't see her, but you've drawn some attention, if that makes sense. If you want to move to, I don't know what would make this situation desperate, like as it is.
Okay.
So risky standard.
Okay. Can I make this roll about something else?
Sure. I just wanted to get a roll in there to see how
Yeah,
this
yeah.
comes out, but you can absolutely.
What if what I'm trying to do with this kiss is not reignite the romance that we've had off and on?
Yeah. You're
Okay.
trying to both keep her face out of the sight line of this Black Sun agent, but
Right.
also make sure that she doesn't misunderstand.
Right. Okay. Let's roll some dice. There we go.
I think the dice roller is acting up, so if you just get the rotating thing, you may need to reload it.
Okay. Because it's really got me on pins and needles here. All right.
I'm not seeing anything.
Oh, okay. Well,
Maybe
one
I
roll
need to reload.
one roll went through and then I rolled again. I got a 4 and a 3 on the first roll. And it's
Cool.
now thinking about a second roll that it will pop up at some point.
Yeah. So 4 is to do it with a consequence. Yeah.
So in my mind, the roll is only about like the romance issue. And if you want to make the complication like he gets suspicious, then I can resist that and that
Yeah.
will finish out the whole detection part of it.
Yeah, I figure since you do it, then you're going to achieve both your goals, basically. But the complication will be something
else. Okay.
Or yeah, I don't want to make too big a deal out of this. So I think the complication is that if this is okay, that Etema and Trizi get the wrong impression. That maybe Gained plays into this a bit too much. If that's okay with
yeah, and it would be pretty easy for us to
Mark.
pull that off, I think.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that sounds fun.
Okay. Cool. All right. Down for it.
So you can resist that, or you can just let that.
Nah, that's fun story. Let's have some fun story.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, so she kind of when you move in for the kiss, I mean, you notice that she's surprised at first, but then she kind of slides her arm around your waist and
puts it on my blaster. Because I had that huge cloak, right? Like she could have the blaster pointed at the guy, and he would even know it. Do you have a blaster coming out of your spine, or are you just happy to see me? You know.
Yeah, I think she whispers like you, because you also I think she kind of like pulls your hood forward.
Yeah.
So that she can talk to you while it still looks like you're kissing.
Right.
And she says she whispers, "Is there something I should do? Something I need to know?"
I think I just first start with just like a black sun is what I start with. But if she's asking what she should do, pull me out of here, as if as in like making it look like we're trying to rush off somewhere with each other, which will really help with Trizi and Etema's like, hey, he promised me a real snazzy drink.
Yeah. She just leaves the drinks on the bar and pulls you out.
Okay. So
we're a bit past the hour, but I think would like Mark to introduce Trizi before we pray.
Yeah. Yeah, so Trizi is our new slicer. I pulled together stuff from a few different playbooks, from the Scrounger, the Slide, and the Spider. Kind of put the relevant things in there together. She so her background is labor and noble, or noble and labor, I guess. I was gonna see if it would be cool if she was connected family-wise to House Lashak, and that would be one of her -1s. She might have like her dad married into one of the minor Lashak's families, and she is not into the whole noble life, and was a rebellious kid and decided to go into be a hacker instead. And then the labor part, I was thinking, since Lashak is in with all the factories and stuff, part of that rebellion against her family would be like getting involved with labor stuff and helping out workers in the factory area there. So I could provide some fun entanglements over there. Her vices are pleasure and obligation, which I feel like match up. Like she has sort of high-class expectations from her childhood, but is also obligated to help out the workers, probably in friction with doing crime. So that'll be interesting. She's connected. She's got we get an extra result for downtime stuff. and she talks to robots in binary. She has a servant friend named Jenna and a rival in Corsic named Jaren, and I thought that could be my other -1 in Corsic. And she's
Sure.
soft. That's her trauma. She's got a soft spot all over. And she's a Zabrak.
Cool. So a -1 with House LeShock and with Corsac on 1314.
1314.
Yeah. So I figure this is like, because LeShock, all the noble houses are humans, but I think this
Yeah.
could be like a.
Yeah, that's
so
why I say
it-
like my dad married into the family.
Yeah. It could be like I don't know what you call it, like there's a name for it, like a junior house. Basically, they're like a sub house of the main house.
Yeah. Oh, and probably the LeShock like stepmother is probably not my actual mother. That makes
Ooh.
sense.
Cadet branch is what I think it's called,
Cadet branch. Yeah.
something like that. It's like
Yeah.
or that's one of those things. And I think
Yeah,
that
but she's
means,
just connected enough to cause trouble, but not enough to like get any benefits from it.
yeah. Yeah, so she's they're part of House LeShock, but they're not part of the LeShock family. I think would be the thing.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, that's interesting. So how did she hook up with the crew? Do you want to
Good
decide that
question.
now?
Yeah. I was gonna ask y'all to see, like, is this has she kind of been in the background all along? Is she a connection that you just pulled in? I don't know. I didn't have any good ideas for that.
We just got in with a house. I'd love for it to be a thing where we are aware of each other, but this house connection has made you more valuable.
Mm.
So it's
Yeah.
not brand new. We're not meeting in tavern, blah, 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 boring.
Maybe I've done some jobs for Niramal before because they're butting up against my family house.
I like that.
Yeah, fuck those guys.
Absolutely. Yeah, that could definitely be a thing. Like, because your gang now is growing from 12 people to 20. So that could be that you're kind of leading a contingent of maybe other Zabraks, or maybe mixed that House Niramal is providing. Like, here we have some manpower. So you've met. Let's say maybe you were the one who. Maybe you've been like in on the meetings where you were setting up this smuggling thing, so that you've had some contact with each other. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I love that. Yeah, I like leading a mixed crew to kind of like further thumb my nose at the family.
Cool.
Yeah, and then like that crew just gets absorbed by our crew.
Yeah.
The hidden daggers.
Folded into the gang.
Yeah, that all works for me.
Is everyone else okay with that? Or do you want to add or change something?
Could you just summarize everything that you agreed on real quick? Like, just go through it.
So she leads a small cohort attached to House Niramal that got basically like given to our gang.
Okay.
That's part of the deal.
Yeah, I'm into that. Yeah, I was thinking the exact same thing. Like, there needs to be, like, Niramal has to be sending in people to watch us at this point. So
yeah,
that needed to happen at some point today. So I was just looking for the good way to do it, and that sounds like a great way to do it. Nice.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, and we're not part of House Niramal. We were just hired by them as muscle or whatever.
Yeah. You are another crew that Kival Nirumal is handling. She's there. His House Nirumal's Chief of Operations is her formal title, which means she handles the contact with the purely criminal gangs, basically the people who do the crimes. And don't do like the management and that sort of thing. That's in family, but she's she's your contact in the house.
Where's she at on NPCs?
Right now, I put her on the top line, but she's also in. I think she's in prominent citizens.
Oh, there she is. Wow, how did I miss that?
Evil.
That is super plain to see if you looked. Sorry.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine. There are so many NPCs now. I know I counted a few sessions ago, and we had almost hit 100, and we've added several more since then. So there's a lot of them. I've added a spot for Valsi as well, even though he's not here right now. But I haven't added a picture. I feel like Kai should do that if you want to.
Yeah.
Cool. Because it felt weird that he's been one of the central NPCs, and he's not been on the NPCs yet. But yeah. Let's take a break. Let's take. Yeah. So Val leaves with this Gigi, new person whom Trizi and. Is it Trizi? Is it Trizi? How do you pronounce it?
Trizi.
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 Trizi. Cool. So Trizi and Etema, you're still there. I assume Bade is hanging around somewhere, or maybe Bade is back on the ship and it's just the two of you. How do you react to this?
I think I'm just like, is he always like that?
Pretty much. I don't know what Bria saw in him. He's terrible. Well, now I'm all excited for a slugslinger. What was it he was getting for you?
Iranian whites.
Ooh, la-di-da.
I was brought up right
Hmm.
in some ways.
I'll be right back. And Dan
Yeah,
showed-
the drinks they ordered are still there on the bar. So
I'll
you
go
can-
pick them up, bring them back.
You
Well,
get a couple of bonus drinks.
Service with a smile.
But he spiked yours with some spice to it. That's what I asked him to do.
oh,
The slug.
snap. Perfect. This is what I needed. So good. So, you good with this? Working for a house near a mall? You were brought up right.
They hired me, so yeah.
They hired you. But what
I'm not-
about working with this crew? Is that something you're...
I've heard good things. So until you show me otherwise, we're all good.
We're not really good people.
Who is?
But we're tight. Watch each other's back. Occasionally we leave with
That's all we can
floozies
ask
and
for.
after paying for nice drinks. I'll forgive Val because he paid for the drink. I thought he was just stiffing us. But he's not stiffing us.
Well, as long as it's paid for, that's all
That
that
was a
matters.
saucy joke. I know you're like noble born, so I should explain these things to you, right?
I noble born by family, but not by choice. I got out of that life as soon as I could. It wasn't near Mel, so we're all good with our employers.
Did any of us really? Were any of us born into the life we chose? I don't know. I don't know. And then she drinks, and I imagine this like this slimy, viscous, greenish drink. Yeah, it's got in the cookbook, it has blue curacao, tequila, or OJ and lime juice. That sounds very flavorful.
That's a lot.
Difficulty medium. That's what it says. Well, what do you is your wine look? Does it come in a fancy glass, or does it have a particular body or smell to it that's distinct?
I think if we're drinking here, I don't know if they actually got an Alderani white, but they probably got the best they could, and it's just a crisp white wine that I know is not what I asked for, but it'll do. I don't look down at it right there. I'm just like, this is what we get. So, cheers.
Cheers. So do you get along with
To
any of
a,
your family?
I mean, there's Jenna, but she's, not family. She's my dad's servant, I guess. We were tight when we grew up, but I don't talk to any of my family. My real mom is long gone, and yeah, I try to keep my nose out of family business as much as possible.
Okay.
And if I can piss them off by working for another house, that's fine by me.
Why the bad blood?
You don't look like you've, no offense, it looks like you have had a rough time in your life.
Is it the cyber eye that makes you think that maybe I didn't opt for an upgrade?
Yeah,
it looks pretty fly to me. Is it the wounds on my back where I got shot in the back? Is that what gave you a hint?
Yeah, there's a lot on you and about you that is awesome. And that tells me that you were not brought up fancy, which is a huge plus in my book. The people who started with too much never really learned how to be people. So they're not people. They don't treat people like people. And I don't want anything to do with that.
But you drink their wine.
Oh, yeah. I'll take them for every penny they've got, every credit they've got.
I can get into that. So you don't have family? You got any special? Anyone special around?
I mean, just the boys. Other than that, I've been, no one special. Been a little bit busy, but I keep my options open.
My somebody special's locked up, so
Sorry to hear that. For a while.
I pulled some stupid stuff down on 1313. Just kept going hard. Never took a breath. Came down on her.
I know what that's like. I need to be careful of that myself. Sometimes I can get a little bit fervent.
Yeah.
But
I
Now
like some
that I
flavor.
have people to take care of, yeah, I'm the having some responsibility has tempered my mood a little bit. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. I'm excited to work with some professionals.
I think it'll work out.
Cheers to that. Cheers to it working out.
Cool. And then we'll drain her slug slinger.
I'll get the next round.
Nice.
Cool. Think we should, if you feel like you're okay with going to a different scene.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we'll cut back to Val and Gail. So she's pulled you out of the bar. Do you take her to the ship, or do you how do you handle? Because you have the data crystal now, which has the message. Do you just let her go, or what's the plan?
I think what we do is, we move about the area where, we can watch for people and things like that, just to make sure that it was just a single one. But we get to the point where if we turn left, we're going to the ship. If we turn right, we're going back to the docks, where I assume like she's gonna be flying out of here at some point. And I say, well, my path leads that way. Where's yours?
Yeah, I'm going the other way. I'm meeting up with someone from the network.
And you're sure you're just nervous about the gang I'm in? You're not hiding anything from me, right?
Ooh. I think she kind of tries to joke it off, make a joke out of it, like laugh it off,
Sure.
like have I ever hidden anything from you? And she has, obviously, plenty of
Right.
times.
Right. I'm
But,
sure I have to. No, you've always been good to me. So
she gets serious, and I think just for a moment she reaches out like she's going to take your hand, but then she doesn't. And I was told that this message is for someone you know, but I think it's relevant for you as well. And I just hope you I just hope it doesn't hurt you.
used to be, I probably would have said something like life is pain or something like that. But I think that time is gone. I'll be careful.
Good, good. Maybe I'll see you around.
Yeah, you know, maybe in a better place than this.
Let's hope so.
And I think he did, like, so she did the reach forward for the hand thing and the stops. I think he probably does the half step towards, like, you know, let's kiss again, and stops. And then he takes a step back and he holds his hand out and he's like, I need my blaster back, please.
Oh, really? This? And she pulls it out and hands it to you. You usually have a spare.
Well, so my character, right, like he's known for like the gun, right?
Yeah,
at his
yeah,
hip,
yeah.
right. So
Yeah, and I think this is her
this-
joking.
oh,
and-
this,
and
my
playing
spare,
off.
yeah. Life's been hard. I've downgraded to just this one. It wouldn't have fired though, so not without my hand on it.
I wasn't, I wasn't really trying to take it from you.
No. Just saying, when we're back to back next time and you're looking for a gun, this one's not going to help you.
Well, if we're back to back, I hope it does help you.
I better leave before I do something stupid. So have a safe trip wherever you're going.
Yeah, I'll let you know if I'm if the course brings me back here again.
All right, just order me a slug. Was it Rich? A slug something or other? slug.
It
Bugslinger?
is the Dagobah Slugslinger.
Right. He's like, just order me a slug slinger and I'll know you're there.
I'll remember that. And she looks around and then she turns and walks away.
I do the same.
She just waves over her shoulder, and, disappears into the crowd.
I take a quick look at the blaster and turn it over a couple times, holster it, and then walk back to the ship.
Yeah. So the data crystal has the hollow message, and I think you recognize Bria's Aunt Roslyn, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it starts with her, and she says, "This is a message for Briajeva Tebabel. If you're not her, then try to get it to her, or at least pass on the contents." And then there's some fuzz, like it's cutting, and it's Roslyn and Valsi together, and Valsi is he's clearly very excited, but also Roslyn is very serious. But she's smiling, but it's clear that it's more for Valsi's sake than for anyone else. And she's trying to get him to say hello to Bria and that sort of thing. And I think he does that, but he's also talking very excitedly about having seen the sky and having seen the sun and having seen the stars for real.
Right.
So he's kind of he's doing that awkward kid thing where you should be talking about something serious, but
Right.
but he's not. Yeah. So that goes on for a bit, and Roslyn is trying to get him to talk to Bria, and he says something like, "Love you, Mom. See you soon." And it's clear that it's that sort of, yeah, he knows he has to say something. He doesn't know what to say, so he says something that he's kind of used to saying. And then it fuzzes out again, and it's just Roslyn, Bria. I hope you understand why I did what I did, but either way, I want to tell you directly that what I did for Valsi. I don't want him to grow up in a place like where you were living. And if I had left him there, if we had stayed there, he would have ended up in the same situation as you. And I wanted him to see the sky and see the stars and breathe some air that isn't pollution. We live in Coruscant, and I hope you understand that I can't tell you where we're going. I don't know who might see this message, and I want him to be safe. Right now, I'm the only person who can do that. I don't know if it's true what they're saying, that you'll never get out of that place, but if you ever do, then try to find us. I don't want to take your son away from you, but he has to get the chance to live a full life. I hope you understand. And then it ends.
Wow. Wow. Um, I quickly make a copy of the crystal just for backup's sake, in case somebody takes this or something like that. And I think like inside of his head, Val, you know, he sees the son that he didn't stick around to help take care of, and he's wearing a, what is it you got him, Rich? A flight jacket or something like that? Or I got it for him because of, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, flight
I
jacket,
think,
right?
yeah, I remember there was a flight jacket. Yeah.
Right. And so, you know, he's looking at his son who's also going to be a pilot, and you know, so you know, the jacket makes it look like he's going to be a pilot or whatever. And I think after all of that, with GG and the data crystal, let's see here, vices. Maybe it's time to go and see Lustin again. Cat, see who's got the better gossip, etc. But basically go in my vice, and I only have 4 stress, so I could screw this up. So.
Yeah, rolling 3 dice and a 5 or 6 puts you out.
Right. All right. Let's don't tell me the odds. Let's see here. I should just go ahead and refresh to begin with. All right, give me some Bria dice.
I'll just look up overindulgence while you're rolling.
Man, I just can't get this thing to roll the die on without resetting it.
Yeah, there's something wonky.
There's a 6, a 1, a 4, and a 6. Womp
Right.
womp.
Indulge vice. So you get a choice. You can attract trouble, which gives you an additional entanglement. Roll 4 or we pick something. You could brag about your exploits, which gives you +2 heat. You could be tapped, which means your vice purveyor cuts you off and you need to find someone new, or you're lost and you wander about for a few weeks and you play a different character in the meantime. But you heal all harm.
Right. Heal all harm. Well, maybe that Black Sun person that was there was because of us too, possibly. So I'll go with the extra entanglement.
Ooh, nice. Yeah. I'll look something up. I don't want to delay the rest of the session more. We'll keep that one for the future.
Cool.
I added the Black Sun lieutenant to the current NPCs. He's Wax Galu, Trandoshan.
Those Trandoshans.
Yeah. So Etema and Trizi, do you keep drinking enough that this is like a vice thing, like a downtime activity, or I mean, Trizi doesn't need it, but
happy to help a girl out.
If you don't you will get 1 stress because you have a trauma, and if you don't indulge your vice when you have trauma, you get a stress.
Are we in downtime?
Yeah. You
Okay.
finish the jobs, you're in downtime. I
Okay,
mean,
cool. So we're in
always
downtime.
fix downtime.
Yeah. Hey, let's get wasted. Trizi, let's see how you can hold that wine.
All right.
And I will be getting trashed. Let's see. Yeah. By the way, I bought a new special ability not to be trifled with. So I can push Etema can push herself to do some pretty crazy things, including engage a small gang on equal footing. So that is her learning, hey, next time I go up against a bunch of freaking stormtroopers, I'm going to fight like this. Okay, let me. Indulge vice. You roll a number of dice with your lowest attribute and recover stress according to the highest result. And if I go more than 4, a bad thing happens. That sucks.
Yep.
Lowest attribute is 3. Here we go. Boop, boop, boop. It's bad. I rolled a 5, a 6, and a 6.
Oh, a crit.
Yeah, what happens if you critical on overindulging?
No additional effect there, but you get to choose from the same list of things.
Stress. Is stress equal to your trauma? Wow, I would take 3 stress, not 1 stress.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that maybe makes this hurt a little bit less. Yeah.
I think that. Where is this cantina we're at? Are we in the woods? Are we near home?
It's by the thoroughfare on 1314 in the border area between the reclamation zone and the factory.
Oh, good. We're far away from our new home. Excellent. Then I am happy to entertain some trouble. Where was something popped me back to where there we go. Attract trouble.
Yeah. So 1 more extra entanglement. I'll figure out those, but I think we should cut to Boko and Bria in the cube.
Yes, I'm here for this.
So I think Boko, you've been processed and you've been assigned to cell. And let's see, what was your prison holding? Guard payoff. Yeah. So surprisingly, you're not treated terribly. Like you don't get anything extra. It's not like they're extra nice to you, but they don't beat you up. I think Bria's waiting in your cell when you get in there. If that's okay for you, Kai.
Yeah, I've been trying to figure out what her time here has been like.
I don't think we've settled on what faction you got in good with, or did we do that?
I remember mentioning one of the huts, Scarbo, I think.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's right.
But also I had this idea that Bria still hasn't conformed to the hierarchy there. And they call her Lip because she's always given lip to people. And so there's just bruises, just like all these aged bruises all over her, like tattoos, except they're not. And I also imagine there's going to be some scar somewhere where they had to put something in her to turn off her cybernetics or something like that, so that, you know, she doesn't all of a sudden run up a wall and kill 3 stormtroopers or something like that, you know. Prison kills fascists or something. But so I'm imagining it's like on the chest, like there's a scar in the center of the chest where they put something in there to either they took something out or they did something with it. And
yeah, they took in like a inhibitor.
Yeah, exactly.
Thing.
Yeah, exactly. So like a bolt, except for cybernetics or something like that. So I'm waiting in your cell. Okay. Were you imagining these? Luckily, we have so much prison in our media that we can have so many different things to think about. Do you think these are private cells, or do you think Boko is going to be staying with someone?
In the cube, I'm probably staying with someone because I'm not like they're not putting me in solitary or anything. So I'm probably in a sort of not, I'm going to be there for a couple months.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I think these were originally, no, actually they probably weren't. I think these are like very bare Duracrete boxes, basically, with like fold down cots. Like you can you fold them down from the wall. They're very, very sparsely furnished, but I think it's very overcrowded. Like it's not built for
like 4 to a cell.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you, Bria, you got in good with the guards, and you made your presence known. And since you have the connection to Skirbo, who the crew is good with on the outside as well, I think if you want to, you can be just Bria and Boko in your cell. If you want to stay in the same cell.
Oh yeah, no, like he has to, otherwise the cop's going to get killed. So like the next 2 months are me playing bodyguard, and luckily I've made no friends. So like, I've made the deal with Skirbo, like we needed to get done, and I've made the deal with the guards, but Bria's not going to let someone else step in. She's so stupid, and I love her. Yeah, so welcome to the cube.
Are you my new roomie?
Oh, the bruises must be confusing you. Yes, I'm Bria, your new roomie.
Oh, well, nice to meet you. Looks like you're doing okay. Sort of. I was expecting more guys here, but if it's just you and me, you pull some strings.
Yeah. Gonna make sure you live for the next couple of months.
I think we're on the same side there. Have you heard any news from the outside? Get any word from anyone? I think Boko just like goes and folds down one of the cots and sits down.
I think she's like, she mentions like something, some piece of news that's, I don't know, weeks old. Just
Yeah.
like, that's, the last I heard, so and so and so and so were going at it, or something like that.
Yeah, they were. The crew's doing great. We're upstairs now, 13, 14, working for one of the houses. That would make you proud.
Yeah. I'm glad that they've taken to your leadership.
Well, not much I can do in here, but
Yeah.
Etema misses you a lot. She talks about you all the time.
She does. Okay.
And I think he just like pauses and stares out the cell for a while, trying to figure out how to Val's with us.
Good plan. Good plan.
He doesn't talk about you a lot. So just thought you should know. When we get you out of here, you get to decide if he stays or goes. I mean, it's nice having a ship, but you're more important than that. And we're going to get you out one way or the other. I don't know how, I don't know when, but unless you've made a home for yourself here, if you you carved yourself out a little cozy spot.
You didn't mention Valsi.
Has Boko heard anything about Valsi? I don't think so.
I think you went to Bria's apartment at some point.
Yeah.
And
Did we
it
figure
was-
out that the
But the kid
Yeah.
wasn't there.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I think you found the droid wandering about,
Yeah.
looking for him.
Right. I mean, that's how
So,
you.
did we
That's how
put
you need.
together that the
Yeah.
grandmother or the who took him?
Ooh, don't remember. I need to check the notes. I've been bad about.
Yeah.
Uh, have a look.
Well, Etema does her shock boxing stuff with the people that Rosalind helped set her up with.
Oh,
So if
true.
Rosalind
That's
went
true.
missing, that would be a,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we haven't seen
Yeah.
or heard.
Actually, Bria gets messages from her droid about Rosling taking Valsi.
oh, right,
and-
right.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So Bria knows that.
Bria
that
knows that. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, yeah. But we haven't heard anything new. So
Oh, sorry.
as far as we
I
know,
remember now.
she's still safe. Yeah.
So sorry for interrupting. I just
Yeah.
just recalled that the message that Bria got was a droid telling her that Roslyn came to get Valsi, and then they never returned.
I
So,
fired the
Mhm.
droid, I think.
yeah,
That's right.
yeah, you did.
But the thing is I was pretty much missing MIA all after that. I don't, I think everybody would have to have
Yeah.
pieced things together at this point, right? Like when
Yeah.
you showed up to the apartment and, the things were empty and you found the note that says contact Val if things have gone wrong and stuff like that. And then Rosalind
Yeah.
goes missing. I mean, we could even have one of those things where, Etema shows up to Rosalind's old shop and, some item of Valsi's is there on the floor or something like that. So,
Mm,
if we wanted to, I think it's easier just to do that than to have to pretend like we don't know what's going on. Kind
Yeah.
of thing. Right.
Yeah. I think you've figured out
Okay.
how it all hangs together.
Cool. Yeah, but we haven't heard anything since. So we just assume he's in good hands.
So let me tell you about the new political landscape. And like she stands up and like I imagine like the video goes silent as she starts gesticulating about all the different gangs that are going on inside and all this kind of stuff. And you can just kind of guess that she uses all of this to not have to think about Etema, not have to think about Valsi,
Yeah.
not have to think about life in prison kind of thing. So poor Bria. Okay.
Yeah. So maybe we cut forward in time a bit. Is Val going to try to get this message to Bria?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. But he doesn't know how yet. We haven't really. So we don't have the thing that allows her to have something on her person yet. So
Yeah.
we have to earn that before he could even get it to her. Otherwise, it's just her clothes and her. So we'll have to earn that, I think, later on. He does play it for the gang, right? Like, we've got goals here. We've got allies, we've got enemies. But his mom, that's what we're here for. I'm gonna leave this crystal.
Trizi's just like, who is that? She seems important.
Yeah. How does Etema react to seeing that message?
I think she'd go on a bender.
So more Vice, another overindulge.
Maybe not a mechanical indulge, but it only hurts to know she's still gone.
Before you go on that bender, after everyone's dispersed and all that, Val will come up to you and say, if you want to find them, I can get you the money. I can get you off planet. If you want to find them while the trail is warm, while there's a chance to connect.
I need to think about that. I know I don't really have time to think about that, but I just.
And he puts something in your hand. And he says, this will get you topside. I'm sure you can. I'll give you some money to get you onto a ship. but here's the ticket. It's your choice.
Thank you.
And doesn't this also play into the fact that Etema's like really wanted to see like real light as well?
Yeah.
Right. Right.
Yeah, that is a really tempting thing, but wow, that's rough. I think she might go see her mom.
Oh, cool. I didn't get to see your
Yeah.
mom before
About that.
or yet.
Yeah.
Yeah. You want to do that now?
If it's okay, it doesn't need to be a super long scene. Adam would show up with some food from some restaurant that's nearby, some of the bread from the bakery, from the from Kima. Crap, I'm misremembering her name. Gimmick. I knew there was a Q, but I put it the wrong end of the name. Some bread from Gimmick's bakery, some nice food, a little bit of this wine. Turns out to be stupidly expensive. Looks a lot. But seemed fancy. That wine that Trixie had. Trizi. And she'll go visit her mother unannounced because Ed was not good with etiquette or preparation or notification or planning.
Yeah, I think you yeah. You get there just as she's getting home from somewhere, maybe where she works, maybe something else. So you step out of the turbolift in the building just as she's getting in her apartment.
Hey,
Oh,
I was bringing you something to eat. Is this a bad time or something?
no, of course not. Please, come in.
And Edema comes in. A lot of times where Edema is trying to present her ferocity, she takes up more space than her body really should. But in the house of the apartment of her mother's, she's smaller, a little more tentative, less assuming. Were you at work or something?
Yes, just doing some errands. Rich, did you write down what your original name was? Because I can't find it.
Pretty positive I did.
I remember putting it in the chat, but I don't think I made a note of it.
Tell me if this looks right.
Something with an O or W or something.
Is that right?
Yep, that's the one.
I also put it in AKA, so it's on the Edema character sheet.
Oh, cool. Thank you.
But I forgot that I did that until I saw it written down, and I'm like, oh yeah, I put that. I was smart about that. I did a smart thing. Anyway.
Yeah. Come in, Woka.
She does, looking around to see if anything's changed, casing the joint just because it's her natural instinct?
No, it's much the same. It's still small, bare apartment.
This food's good. I hope you're hungry. I bought too much of it.
Oh yes, I barely eaten all day.
Well,
And she starts fussing with like putting out nice like or I don't know what some nice plates and that sort of thing, like not eating straight from the containers and that.
and it's probably already like, oh, closes up the container. Etema doesn't talk about her troubles during the meal. She doesn't talk about what's bothering her, but it's probably obvious that something's bothering her. She's quiet.
Yeah.
She asks a lot of questions about her not offering up a whole lot of information unless it's pride.
Yeah, and
away from her.
I think Keith, she answers and she doesn't seem like she's hiding anything. I'm trying to figure out what kind of job she does. Yeah.
Oh.
I think she does have a like a straight job. I think she works in like a warehouse, like moving crates, that sort of thing. She's not really built for it, but yeah.
Sounds hard. Sounds like hard work. Do you ever get hurt?
No, it's not that bad. It's I like the exercise, you know. It's not like fighting, but it's doing something physical.
Somebody offered me an opportunity and I don't know what to do.
Is it is it something something safe, or is it a job opportunity?
It's not safe. It's not really a job opportunity. I'm not even any good at what they're asking me to do. Yeah, I fell in love with somebody and then they got arrested. We'd done a lot of things on 1313. I killed a lot of stormtroopers. And then, whereas before, when Etema shows off the tattoo, it's like, yeah, this is more like she's pulling up the sleeve and it's a little hesitant. Like, I am showing you the monster I am, or the one that I've chosen to become.
Yeah. think I want you to make a fortune roll to see how that goes. Roll 2 dice. High is good.
Okay. Two dice.
2 dice.
It's gonna roll forever, so I'm gonna refresh. And a 3 and a 3, of course. That's appropriate. This seems right.
Ooh. Think it takes her a moment to understand what it is. And then you can see her eyes get hard and kind of, she gets like a ferocious look on her face. And she grabs your arm, which is something she hasn't done before. I don't think you've barely touched before, but
Right.
she grabs your arm. And she looks at you with right in the eye, which is also something she hasn't done a lot. And she says, "Good. This is good. I'm proud of you."
Okay. Thank you. Most people don't understand.
Most people don't go through what we go through. You haven't been here, but there's a reason we live like we do.
Her name's Bria. She's got a kid, and somebody who thinks they can take care of her kid is leaving. Bria's in for life, but I haven't let go. And I know if Bria finds out her kid's gone, I worry that she'll give up, you know? It's Imperial. They're corrupt. I just need enough credits and I can get her. I could get her out. But if I get her out and she's broken, because I didn't save her kid. I'm not a hunter.
Yeah.
I don't. She's up on the surface. I've never even seen the sun. I have no idea how I would find her. The woman who took Bree's son. He's a good kid. He's not Ratataki, but I like him anyway.
She kind of shakes herself, and she kind of strokes your arm with her thumb a little bit, and then she lets go. This woman who took the child. Do you trust her?
She ran a shock boxing ring. She's a Mando. She didn't like Brie. Yeah, I think I hate her. I won't gut her in front of Valsi if that's what you're worried about.
I don't mean, do you like her? I mean, do you think she can take care of this child? Can she protect him?
I think that question is a lot. And Etema's blinks a few times and then wipes her eye. And, I mean, Bree knows what we do is always put Valsi in danger. So she's been like a caged bird, you know? Like a Kowakian monkey lizard just on a chain. She loves him. But I don't think it's the best life. I just figured if we did enough scores, then we could turn it around, but I don't know anymore. I think this is what we are. You think I should let him go? You think she'd ever forgive me?
I can tell you what to do. I gave you up because I thought that would keep you alive, at least. And that I've regretted that every day. Even though I know maybe you wouldn't have survived. But when your father left with your siblings to look for a better life, I didn't blame him. It's not good here. I think you have to decide if you want to do what's best for the person you love or for the person she loves.
Yeah. Yeah. And Etema drains the wine glass that she had. And she's just quiet. And we can kind of end scene there. That was spectacular.
Nice. Yeah. So we're coming up on time. We didn't get to see that much of Trizi. I hope we get more next
too.
session.
Yeah, we'll get to it.
Yeah. Cool. So let's do some XP. Probably won't be that much this time, but let's see. I'll start with the crew. You didn't do an operation. I don't think you contended with any challenges at all, really. You feel like you bolstered your crew's reputation. You're currently daring and loyal.
I brought the loyal stuff with getting mechanic out of
Yeah,
the Corsex, or
Yeah.
Yeah,
that feels
yeah,
right.
that's true. That's true. Yeah. That's a good one. Did you express the goals, drives, inner conflict, or essential nature of the crew?
I mean, if this like crossroads that Breeze that Etema's on about Bria reflects the crew, I think it does, but it also is kind of a selfish view.
I think it does, and I think also how you're dealing with Bria being in prison. I think that also highlights that. I think I want to give you 2 for that, because the whole session has been kind of about the crew, like how your relationships. I think that you should get 2 for that. So let's do the characters. Etema, not a whole lot of violence or coercion, I think.
None.
But a lot of beliefs, drives, heritage, and background.
For sure.
Yeah, you should get 2 for that. And I think getting an extra entanglement should count as struggling with issues from your vice. We'll see next session exactly how that plays out, but I think it should. So I think that's 3.
It works great.
Cool. So let's see, Val. Did Val address a challenge with indignation or by putting others' needs ahead of your own?
so I took. I'm not muted. Okay, so I took Gigi out of the bar to prevent her from being seen, and it wasn't a conflict, but I basically pointed out to the crew, like, this video here represents what we're working on in a way.
Yeah, I think
So,
that plays into the next one maybe.
Okay.
But
all right.
yeah, you were okay with the other one with Trizi and Etema suspecting something going on, for protecting Gigi. So I think that should count. And feel free to if you want to rewrite those that XP trigger so that it better reflects
Yeah, yeah.
Val's role and personality, then feel free to do so.
Okay.
Yeah, express your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background. I think you hit that one at least once for playing the message for the crew to like tie everyone together. Do you think you hit that one more than once?
Well, we brought up a new character from my past. So
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah. So that's 3. Did you struggle with issues from your viral trauma? Yeah, you also brought in an extra entanglement, which we don't know what it is yet. You overindulged.
I know, like, I'm just now realizing, like, this XP machine, like, oh, I've got a little bit of stress, I'm gonna go take care of my vice. And it's like, why do you keep getting us wearing penguins? Because I'm like, free XP. No stress ever.
Yeah, so I think that's 4 for you.
Nice.
You think? Or wait, no. Yeah, you did. Yeah.
Yeah, that's 4.
Yep. And Ritzy, did you address a challenge with technical skill or influence?
I did not. No.
No. Did you express your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background?
I expressed a bunch of background for sure.
Yeah. I think you hit that one twice with the whole back and forth with Etema. I think you
Nice.
quite clearly laid out your things there. Did you struggle with issues from your vice or trauma?
I think so.
No,
You
that's
stretch it and say obligation, but I don't think that counts.
no, it wasn't really struggle with, I
Yeah.
think. So that's 2 for you. I don't think we'll do XP for Bria and Boko, or maybe we should. Yeah, let's do that.
Sure.
So that's just the scene in the prison. So Boko, not really addressing a challenge. Did you express your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background?
Yeah, for sure. We're going to get you out of here. Here's what's going on outside. Here's how everyone feels about you. Yeah. I feel like
Yeah.
that's
And I think playing up the cop thing should count there as well. But you didn't
Okay.
really struggle with issues from your vice or trauma.
Nah.
But 2 for Boko, that seems, yeah. Bria, you didn't really address the challenge.
And specifically, it's like it says stealth and evasion, and she's doing the exact opposite.
Yeah, that's true. Did you express your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background?
I mean, I asked about my kid.
Yeah.
And, we're, as a crew, we're loyal. So I've made sure that Boko has a place to be in. So.
Yeah. I don't think you struggle with issues from your vice or trauma, right?
Yeah, nothing there.
Yeah, so 2 for.
Well, I mean, my trauma or my vice is obligation for my son, which is obviously suffering at this point. But let's see, my traumas are obsessed and soft. I think I took that at the very end when I was going to prison. So, yeah. Anyway, so anyway, I think 2 is fine.
Yeah, that seems fair. That was everyone, right? I haven't missed any. No. Cool. Yeah. We didn't complete a job, so we don't do that. I'll have 2 more entanglements for our next session.
Something I think we skipped when we did the tier increase last time was each character gets stash equal to the new tier +1.
Right. Thank you.
So we should have a little bit of money.
Yeah.
Put that on Boko.
We also
So,
have some
Paige,
like
get that?
downtime stuff to. I'm sorry, I talked to you, Mark.
Oh, go for it. Yeah, you're good.
I was just saying we got some downtime.
Yeah.
I'm just kind of verbalizing it.
Yeah.
I made a note of the downtime activities. Etema and Val have done vice indulgence, but I think we'll do the rest next session. Steven should be here then. I think Bade should get her downtime activities as well. So we'll have to do
Go
that.
ahead. Someone go ahead and give her stash.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and do that.
It's 4, right? Because it was new tier +1.
Yeah, 4 stash. Look at all that money.
Yeah.
There you
Almost halfway through the first rung for her just from that one bit.
Yeah, Etema's halfway through her 3rd. So.
Yeah,
I'd have the entire first row filled if I didn't have to cash in to take care of the mechanic.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah.
No, it's funny. I like it.
Cool. Let's end the recording and do stars and wishes offline.